G'day guys, and welcome to the 2019 going into 2020 NRL off-season video. Today we're going to be talking about the Gold Coast Titans. So what I'm going to do each week, just to let you guys know, maybe twice a week if I can pump them out sometime, is I'm going to be speaking from last up until first on a season review of each team. So let's get into the Gold Coast Titans and their year. So during these videos, I'll be talking about the best players for the year from these teams, what I expected for them, what I thought they would come, their best tries, and probably their best wins as well. So we start with the Gold Coast Titans. Now, one player that I have to speak about is Dale Copley. Dale Copley wasn't even on the wing, he was playing in the centres, but in 15 appearances, he scored 9 tries, which is a fantastic effort from Dale Copley. His tackle breaks for the year was 40. He made 76 tackles at 69% efficiency, and he ran an average of 98 metres per game. Not too bad there. Dale Copley, try-scoring machine this year. Next up, I want to talk about, where is he? Michael Gordon. Michael Gordon played his final year of NRL. He has been a good player over the years. 260 games. His appearances this year was 16. Look, his goal-kicking rate was 84% and he kicked 27 goals for his team. That is a good effort. 27 goals sounds very small. I'm just realising how many points the Titans actually scored this year. He ran for an average of 92 metres a game and he scored 387 fantasy points, topping off his career in the end. Good on Michael Gordon. Next up, we're going to talk about Philip Sami. Philip Sami was also fantastic. One of the best moments of the year was when he ran down Josh Addo-Carr. He scored 6 tries this year in 15 matches. He ran an average of 112 metres per match and close to 1,800 running metres this year, which is a very good effort from him. But for me, I think someone who's very underrated and is going to mature is their halfback. Now, I'm not talking about Ash Taylor. I'm talking about Riley Jacks. I think they're set with him as a halfback. I heard that he may be leaving. He debuted at the Storm and he was very promising over the last few years. But I think he looks really good. He only scored 4 tries this season, but his tackle efficiency was 82%. He made 259 tackles. He kicked for 183 metres. And he ran about 50 metres per match himself, which a halfback should be running the ball more. That's the issue I have. But I think Riley Jacks was fantastic and he's going to only mature. So Riley Jacks, Philip Sami, Michael Gordon, Dale Copley, they were probably my best players for the Gold Coast Titans for this year. But coming in very close is the workhorse himself, that is Jai Arrow. He only scored 1 try out of 17 appearances this year, but he had an 89% tackle efficiency and total run meters of 135, which is a fantastic effort from these guys. There's no denying that the Titans for and against was horrible this year, with 370 points for and a whopping 651 against. Now, the second lowest team against was the 15th place St George Illawarra Dragons, which I'll speak about next, but I had the Titans finishing 15th. I thought they were going to have an okay year, which I guess you could say I think they had an okay year, but they were far from good this year. In regards to them actually winning, though, they only had 4 wins, but the win that I think they can take the most confident out of, even though they've been a struggling side as well this year, is their win over the Brisbane Broncos, their big brother, up there at Suncorp Stadium. They pulled off an upset, 26 points to 18. Jermaine Asako was great. Tyrone Roberts was great, kicking 4 from 4 conversions. Anthony Don scored a try in this match. And Brian Kelly, who I didn't give enough credit to, I don't think, he was fairly good in the match as well. The Broncos had 53% possession in that match as well, and a higher completion rate. But the Titans, they know how to score points. They weren't able to execute it much this year. but a great win there. Another win that I think they can take a little bit of confidence from is their win. Not their win. Sorry, their points with Melbourne. So the first time they played, they lost 38-18. But the second time they played, they were able to keep them defensively 24 points to 8. And I thought that run from Philip Sammy on Josh Adokar was one of the best NRL moments of the year. Dale Finucane scored a try in this match. Jesse Arthurs was the only scorer for the Titans, but defensively they were okay. And they led at half-time 8-6. They also led in the first half against the Storm in that first game, 38-18. I'm just checking the score from that match now, though, because I know in the second half they were not leading. At halftime it was 18-22. Sorry, Melbourne just got them. But in regards to some tries, I thought they scored some good tries, but they also had some dredging, as in that 38-18. They also had the 58-6 loss over the Roosters. That really would have hurt. 40-28 over the Dragons, and then 36-12 over the Eels. They played fairly good against the Dragons in their final game of the season, but all in all, this club was struggling. We'll have to wait and see if Justin Holbrook can get them up and running. I think with a few key signings, the Titans can do a lot better this year, but I just don't see them anywhere near top 8 material. I do hope they get more than 4 wins this season. This club needs it. Especially for fans. I'm guessing there's some Titans fans watching, but yeah. There are 2 memorable moments for the Titans this year in regards to tries and try assists. And for me, one of their best players of the year, I didn't mention him before, but it was AJ Brimson. Whether he was on the bench during injury or whether he was in that number 6, or I think there were even moments where he was at fullback from memory, both against the Sharks and against the Cowboys. The Cowboys was a try assist, but the Sharks, he went himself. It was one of the best Titans tries of the year. I think their halves will really mature. I like AJ Brimson as a 6, someone who does run the ball. And as I said, I like Riley Jacks. Guys, that is it for the first episode of each team's review. That was the Gold Coast Titans. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my birthday. Hope you guys have a good night.